Hi, my name is Howard BRANDSTEIN. I'm with SOS Food and New York State Against Genetic Engineering. Thank you for inviting us. Michael, Hanson, and myself just returned from the Northeast Organic Farmers Association Conference in Saratoga Springs, which was really an amazing event. There were over 1,000 farmers and other individuals there to talk about how to keep a strong organic farm community going in New York. So we were really happy to see the kind of growth that's occurred in that, in our farm and food and farm sectors. We both just finished a GMO panel there, so Michael really is on top of this stuff. So you'll get a lot of good information, I'm sure, from the panel. SOS Food started about 10, 12 years ago working on organic standards issue with the USDA, and we find that we're still dealing with that same issue. We had a very successful beginning in terms of working on the organic standards and maintaining strong organic standards with the USDA. As you may recall, the government at one point was trying to propose that genetically engineered foods and crops be considered organic, along with sewage, sludge, and irradiated food and use of pesticides. It was a real mess, but with our group, as well as Park Slope Food Co-op and hundreds of groups around the country, the government was forced to relent and put forth a standard that was what the organic and environmental community wanted. But that standard doesn't stand still, as you know, and it's just been a constant effort to maintain a high standard for organic foods. And genetic engineering is one of those issues that doesn't seem to go away. So I'm actually here to recruit you. We're looking at trying to finally get some legislation passed in New York State to regulate these foods and crops, which have absolutely no regulation. You know, we just rely on basically industry studies, self-interested industry studies, to tell us whether these foods are safe, and that's clearly inadequate. Surveys have shown that when people know if items are genetically engineered, 90% of consumers just don't want them. If it was up to us, we would ban them right now. So realistically, we're trying to get some kind of legislation to regulate these foods. We had a couple of lobby days in Albany. Park Slope Food Co-op was one of the major participants. So we're hoping to work together again with Park Slope Food Co-op, as well as co-ops, CSAs, and other organizations throughout New York State to get up to Albany this spring and to lobby around several bills that are pending, and you know, the panel can talk more about that, but basically we're looking at trying to get our food labeled. Any food with GMO ingredients, we want to see it labeled. It's a tough one, but we've got to push hard on that. We also want to get some seeds labeled as to whether they're genetically engineered or not, and also give farmers more protection against harassing lawsuits by the biotech companies. We do have a petition in the back, which we hope you'll sign. It's regarding these about 9 bills now that are pending. In fact, your own Assemblyman, Hakeem Jeffries, is one of the sponsors of the food labeling bill, which is really great, and we need to get behind that and get that passed. So thanks for inviting me, and I hope to see folks at follow-up meetings, and hopefully you can get up to Albany with us.